Alright, what's up, people? This is a demo review of C9 against Navi. This is the Group A Deciders match. As we can see, I'm doing this live with the stream alongside the cast. The way it's gonna work is whenever I want to say something important, I'll just mute the cast, and I don't have anything to say, then I'll just let you guys listen.
I believe he was playing a connector, judging from the.
It's nice to point out that they have a bit of a utility. They decided to take mid control. Although the pistols are I guess aren't favored in long range fights. Probably only the Deagle is. A lot of CTs will tend to peek window by themselves and will probably chase connector and cat. So to me, one of the best force buys is to send everybody mid through underpass and connector and see if you can get any kills.
Great. Okay, there's another one. This time it's from Edward, however. Tarek is mid for kills himself. Simple finds him out. It's not a 1D, but it's a 2-tapper. Takes out Tarek. And now just leaves a Rush alone in a 1v3 as Navi are looking likely to upset in this second round. And there you go. Simple gets the third and final kill. Even
I think the Deagle close range should do like 35 damage. It should do like an AK. I don't get why the Deagle close range does 40 to 60 damage. I find it ridiculous that like right then he just shot 2 bullets and killed Rush who had 80 HP. I think it should require 3 just like an AK would.
Point of view, like I have to peek. He doesn't have to peek, as you said. He doesn't have to
okay,
peek.
as you were saying, no, yeah.
I may have said that early, but
You were role playing a little bit.
role playing. Look again.
Oh fuck. They went for an early push palace. It's very good to push the extremities when you're force buying as well as CTs, because a lot of terrorist team tend to spread out a default, which in my opinion they shouldn't, but oof.
There's potentially going to be more players pushing out, so Simple quickly gets the trade on him. That does leave the site open, but it's a very disadvantage to Navi right now, with this obviously being a 2v4s. They've got to be careful about this, as pretty much everyone from Cloud9 is going to push their way into market. Simple already finding one, gets the second too, and again, same as last round, very, very low HP after picking up a couple of kills here. He's almost got the ace, actually. Edward maybe wanting to fall back a little bit. He's definitely expecting some guys to come out from mid, but at the moment that's not happening. And Simple, I think, is expecting there to be more pressure from the other way too. So that's actually a bit of a pretty big misread. As now Edward's gonna have to go back in. I believe this is planted for him. Yeah, it is. It's planted right in the open, so he can just sit here and delay this all day. He's gonna get out soon though and stop that plant. The flash, he blinded himself, and now they can just stick on him. He's gonna get this kill in time. He does get it in time, and
Tim positioned himself.
Into his second kill.
Tim positioned himself very bad in this 2v1. It's planned for cat. You spot him cat early. You can't stay bench. You gotta get up right in front of the plant of the diffuser. So at least you get to mid range where you can spray him down if he swings wide. And you should probably even be getting like a wider angle, just slightly to the left of the planter. That way he can obviously just shoulder peek the planter and kill him. Yeah, because when you're bench, you're basically, it's either you wreck him on your first burst, or he swings wide, you miss the first burst, or you hit him twice and you don't kill him, you don't headshot him, and he kills the diffuser, and then you're left in a 1v1. And even if you win that fight, you don't have time to defuse. So I think Tim should have recognized that and played right up close to cat pillar. As soon as they see the bomb planted for cat, you gotta assume he's cat. That's your best bet. You like clearing the site isn't not like when you're left on low time. It's not the best thing to do, I'd say.
There's the smoke's gonna get in his way though over on Cat, so he can't.
So a bit of mid pressure from the terrorist, and then they're gonna rush B.
Eventually.
This is
continue to push forward into the apartments. Tarek does find the first one, takes down these first players that are trying to work their way back in. They're still gonna have to deal with seized on Cat, so they're gonna want to pay mind of that here in a few moments. Oh, but he's found by Skadoodle too, and look at this, they're all stacked up. They don't even realize
very good counter flashes. Very good counter flashes. So what won them the round? This is a classic smoke top. Like with the common smoke top made, there's so many things you can do. If you only leave a lurker there, you can either scrim out A, because you know that most likely there's only gonna be one guy towards side or CT that pays attention. That's paying attention to Palace and CT, because the other guy's gonna be connector. There's gonna be guy window. Instead, they do the opposite. They go towards B because you know that the cat player is typically going to run up cat and try to fight mid with the connector and the window player. So technically you get into a 4v1, but I think if you want to do that with a bit of mid pressure, you would want to smoke the arch as soon, like you smoke top mid, you molly connector, and then you smoke the double arches at cat, and then you pop flash over B. You can molly van, smoke balcony, whatever you want to do. I think that take would be actually pretty good. I just thought of it.
We do have Navi going out to take mid control once more here. Tarek is going to be waiting over here on Cat to try
Nice
to
boost,
respond
nice
to some
boost.
of that. Yeah, very active about his presence though, just kind of holding behind.
You gotta get the, if you're not contesting mid like this, getting cheeky kills with the boost is very, very, like, I want to say crucial. If you don't get any kills and you give mid for free, it's pretty hard as CTs to hold it. Like you're gonna see, oh, this is not something you want to see happening.
Inside Stewie, he's ready to take the battle against
They're giving up B. Typically, you're gonna give up A, not B.
Here takes him down. Edward finding automatic and Stewie to boot.
People just whiffing at the guy ladder.
Opens up quite a few options for them, and I believe they
And because they killed 2A, they're assuming that there's only one left at A.
But
That, like, that's just unlucky by Navi, because if I'm an in-game leader, I'm not stacking A when I lost mid control.
Rush kind of saving the day here as it keeps Scooter alive for a little bit longer. That nade just barely leaving him up and running, but he does go down. Still 2 players left to fight. However, one of them in the site. This is what threw them off. They weren't expecting this extra man.
He's playing it very well. Rush played very well. It's like, it's one of those bets as CTs that you can take, but I really wouldn't recommend it. But you know, it paid off. Because, like, say Edward doesn't get any kills, they end up splitting B, because that's like one of the common plays. And because C9 only has one B, they lose the side. The guy probably gets immediately traded. Unless like your opper is B, then I would almost never leave him. God damn it, dude, I'm tired. I would almost never let him anchor it. If he's opping, then it's not the end of the world. He can anchor B and hold cat and B halls from backside. But other than that, all right, let's hear.
They're lined up, obviously, for the smokes. Thought they're gonna do the
Point out those 3 smokes, 2 flashes.
where they like do a double fake.
There's a bunch of mollies on the A players. They're just gonna get counter mollied and wrecked. This isn't gonna work. Well, the only way this works is if Edward somehow they wait out the mollies, and then right after the mollies dissipate, they get the trades in sight, and then Edward comes in clutch and gets 1 or 2 kills connector.
But at the moment, Cloud9 is staying very stable. Their positions and not going to be one that'll be swayed. That'll be swayed over in this
Did Molly
direction.
ramp?
Now
What the
Scooter
fuck?
strikes first. However, Zeus is there for a quick trade. Flashbangs are out though, and that does blind most of Navi in the site. So Stewie moves him. However, Edward comes right back at it with another pickup here. Stewie goes down. It's going all over the place right now with Skadoodle finding the next frag of the bat. And automatic goes back in. A great spray.
A good eco. C9 should have mollied it. I mean, if they molly this, they win the round and almost nobody dies. And you saw what Navi did. This is something that's getting a lot of, I guess, recognition as a strategy. Is when you do an execute, you push right before the smoke plumes, because you know the CTs are gonna hold out mollies out and stuff like that, so you can catch them off guard. But as CTs, you can still molly ramp from a safe position where you can get shot at. If you're tri-box, you just throw it over the tri-box, and you can molly ramp. You can molly ramp from CT as well. Like, I think they suffered unnecessary deaths.
Mixing it up. Rush is default day, so
Rush has been a massive problem for them.
yeah.
Alright, my prediction is that Navi wins out this T side, probably 16-13, because C9 is broke. Let's see.
Zeus, do you have a fake
I think that's the question, right? This is still like him coming out of the roster for you, but you have to remember, obviously,
It's gonna be no mid pressure. Okay.
There's really only, besides him, there's only one player that's different from the core roster. So It's the question I have when he jumped back up. Does he just leap right back in and they go back to what they were doing a year ago? Or does he just kind of restart everything and do it all from scratch?
Look, some of these people can't remember what they ate last week. You think they can remember straight?
They have limited amount of nades here. They have no mid control. I mean,
some people are organized.
You're right. They could be organized.
Navi's
Maybe he's got a books.
Navi does have some mid control because of this guy. He's gonna smoke window, then he's plays fast connector. C's gonna smoke up cat, I'm guessing. No, he's gonna smoke connector and run through his connector smoke. That's odd.
Seem like Navi will be taking over catwalk, but automatic. He's in the window position, like ladder room, to really just spot and see if they're going up here.
It'll be very slow. They haven't been able to see any of the CTs yet, but Skadoodle is going to strike for.
Oh my god.
Cease just rips off Stewie's head there. Rush will quickly trade it though, and as he again continues to be an issue here for the Navi roster. They'll finally take him down at the hands of Simple, but he also goes down just a second later to Tarek. All that's left alive is going.
This is literally, I would say, the only way to play passive, like give up mid control at CTs, is exactly what C9 did, which is a pretty good setup. Have two dedicated inside, your Opper and CT, who can always, jump up ticket if he wants to take a peek. He can flash for his teammate if you want to push ramp. And then the cat player plays ladder, so he's got the window boost, because that's really all that you need to be worried about. So you have you still have window control, and you keep a lot of players towards A. So I like this setup, very creative. It's not creative, it's something that a lot of teams do, but it's like if you want to play passive, that's one of the better setups that there are. Because you have such a strong A hold with 3 players towards A, and a lot of teams tend to split when they take mid control. They tend to split and they tend to split A or just scrim out A. So really by sending a lot of people towards the A site, you deny any scrimming out A strat, and the mid to A is pretty well defended because all 3 players can peek both ramp and connector by playing tri-box. I think the other guy was playing either default or like the other had a firebox. I'm guessing it was playing default, and your Opera CT.
This map, of course.
We're setting up for a full B take with 3 smokes. This is probably going to be archway smokes and a smoke right here.
2 flashes and a Molotov. But they do have Tark. They do have 2 people in Tark taking out Simple right away. This makes the strat just a little bit easier. Taking out Edward as well, so I think the strat came out as not a great success.
Just
This
saw the
one's not a winner,
flash.
Navi.
It's not a winner. It's just too hard when you get picked off
Yeah.
of it, and when you set up for something, and it's really hard to do slow default setups when they have ops peeking every angle.
Well, more being found in mid as they lose 1 additional player. The last 2 end up inside of mid again, and yeah, that's not gonna work. Flaming just gets caught swinging out on the cat there. Automatic to find him, and then Stewie from inside of the window takes down C, gives the round to Cloud9. 14-10 becomes our scoreline, and we go into what could be the last full gun round from Navi.
Could be indeed, as Simple's going to pick up the off on T side. Kind of interested to see if he's going to, what kind of pick he's going to go for. He has a good spawn, I believe, so he might go for that straight mid pick right away. But Stewie having a better spawn. As Simple gets flashed back on the cow. He's kind of lurking in the smoke here, trying to
This guy right
see
here
any cat push. Now it's up to Simple to open up a kill, but Stewie takes out
He hears
Simple
his
with a
scope,
headshot and
switches his angle.
And now this
What he just did was pretty creative. So he smokes bottom connector. If the molly does come out, then the molly gets denied.
Smartly repositions
And it makes the terrorist think that he's peeking over the smoke, which is a classic, like, kind of a one-way, not really a one-way. Instead, he takes a peek from connector stairs. So if someone crosses, the guy crossing will probably be expecting someone over the smoke, not right in front of it. So it's nice positioning, I guess.
Stewie finds it from back sight in the window, I think. So he's able to get that kill there. Now Edward, one of the last few standing players for Navi, is going to go in check Darkroom first. But Stewie is watching for this. Checking this out, expecting it. However, hold on now. He's not actively looking towards it. I love when that happens. Edward, not sure if it was intentional, but works out to where he just waits for him to look at him and hello. Shoots him in the head.
Peekaboo. So yeah, with Navi, they're just getting destroyed by Cloud9's Alps at the start of the round. They're getting the picks that they need.
Oh,
With, I think for Navi
that's
to really
one of
just
the biggest whiffs I've
try to
ever
come
seen
back,
in pro play.
maybe just gotta make it just simple their strats. Go for a simple A execute.
What is happening here? Zeus getting all these kills. A 1-for-1 trade brings us down to a 1v1 all of a sudden here now. And Skadoodle is caught behind the molly, but it doesn't matter. Takes the shot and wins the round for Cloud9. But that got dodgy for a second. A little messy there for Cloud9.
It's pretty quick.
They're going to want to be careful.
That's that turn around, and Zeus is getting too. Zeus has been looking pretty good so far in the.
C9 switches their setup quite a bit. I think they had 2 up, so they probably won't push up top mid, but that's something I would do. Let's see. The last mid take by Navi was very what can I say? It was very lackluster. It was just a weak mid play. Nobody underpass. Nobody underpass and not a flash top mid. Like if they flash top mid, the Stewie probably gets blind and falls all the way back under connector. Instead, there's no flashes because you have a player like Simple who says, "I want to peek, I want to kill people in the head." That's kind of like the wait. Let's see this round. Fully exec. C9 does.
Catches
Molly
that
ramp.
first kill, and Edward just trying to dodge flashbangs, but can't be seen.
Rapes 3
Stewie
players.
comes.
Somehow, Rush is still alive inside. Oh, he's gonna get 2 kills. Ooh.
Able to get at least one more frag.
GG. So what I wanted to say is, it's kind of the flip side of having a great player like Simple, or like an explosive player that's like Simple. He wants to do a lot of things where he thinks he can out aim everybody, and then he just gets beat by superior positioning. Like those type of plays, man. That's not an opera I want on my squad. I want someone who, like, because all that mid take, they relied on Simple for the mid take. All they did was throw one smoke and let Simple pick. If Simple gets a kill, they get mid control. If he doesn't, then everybody's stuck top mid. You don't have anybody underpass. So it's just a weak play. I'll probably do another for map 2. See you in a bit.